The emperor found being a ruler too boring, so he disguised himself as a beggar to explore the common world. But on his very first day, he ran into the richest heiress escaping her arranged marriage. She had been poisoned and urgently needed an antidote. At first glance she chose the handsome beggar emperor. Before he could respond, she took him by force. 6 years flew by. The emperor never forgot that woman. Every year he returned to that same place in disguise, just to wait for her return. Until one day, the woman appeared before him with a little boy. The emperor was overwhelmed with joy. He was just about to take them back to the palace, but unexpectedly, the woman shoved the child into his arms, telling him to raise the child well. The emperor was shocked. After 6 years, his son was already so big. Then the woman threw him a bag of silver and left heartlessly. Seeing his crying son, the woman felt just as heartbroken. The emperor sensed something was off. Why would she abandon the child without a word? So he asked the boy what had happened. Only then did he learn the truth. The woman was the daughter of the richest man, but the prime minister's son coveted her family's wealth. He not only wanted to steal her fortune, but also forced her to become his concubine. With no other choice, she entrusted the child to the emperor. Upon hearing the truth, the emperor was furious. He declared at once that he would drag the prime minister's son to the palace and have him castrated. Meanwhile, the woman returned home, only to find all the servants subdued. Her mother lay on the ground barely breathing. The prime minister's son sat arrogantly in the main seat, grinning as he laid out his terms. If she gave up the family fortune and agreed to be his concubine, he would spare her family. Her scumbag father immediately urged her to agree, but her mother firmly refused. Because the prime minister's son was notorious for his cruelty, he had already ruined many wives and concubines. If her daughter married him, she would surely die. Seeing the woman hesitate, the prime minister's son threatened her with her mother's life. Looking at her mother covered in wounds, the woman had no choice but to agree in tears. Just then, the emperor burst in with their son. The woman's father was shocked to see her lover was a beggar. He instantly disowned her. The prime minister's son grew more arrogant. He picked up a steamed bun and threw it on the ground, mocking that if the emperor crawled over and ate it, he might spare his life. The eunuch trembled with rage, scolding them for their disrespect toward the emperor. But before he could finish, the prime minister's son kicked him to the ground. The emperor's gaze turned icy. He never expected a mere minister's son to be this bold. Finally, he slapped him hard to the floor. The prime minister's son was enraged. He declared that his father was the current prime minister. Even if he killed them all, the emperor would not dare punish him. He then ordered his men to chop the emperor into pieces. The eunuch quickly shouted, revealing that the man before them was the emperor himself. But the prime minister's son only laughed louder, saying if he was the emperor, then he must be the Jade Emperor. He ordered his men to kill them anyway. The woman immediately shielded the emperor, fiercely warning the minister's son he would face the law. To everyone's shock, the prime minister's son grinned even wider. To prove he was above the law, he summoned the minister of justice to kneel before him within 10 minutes. The emperor was stunned. A mere minister's son could command high officials at will. The eunuch secretly rejoiced. The moment the minister arrived, he would recognize the emperor. But when the minister entered, he completely ignored the emperor, walked straight to the prime minister's son, and patted his chest with confidence, swearing to protect him no matter what. Only when the